Getting ready to restore a 1962 Mirrorcraft. This is the beginning after we power washed the inside of it. We're going to strip all this off, redo the whole boat and the trailer. And as you can see, America and I started stripping the paint off, taking it down to bare aluminum. It's definitely a lot of work, but should be nice when we get it done. All right, to strip most of the paint off, I'm using 60 grit sandpaper wheel on my Milwaukee angle grinder. Seems to be doing a great job so far. Now to hit all these rivets and these hard to reach spaces, I'm going to use this. I don't have much of a wire wheel left, but there's some there. Well, I think that's enough for tonight. I will be working on it more tomorrow. All right, so here we are, day 2, restoring this 1962 Mirrorcraft. This is where we left off yesterday. It's got a long ways to go. So I picked up a few more brushes, the wire wheels, I guess. About $4. I picked up 2 of them. That should get through the rest of the boat. So I guess I'll get to work. Doesn't look very good right now, but once I polish that aluminum and get some primer on it, some paint, boat's gonna look pretty good. All right, so getting ready to work on the boat again. I picked up a few new toys to try to help out getting this paint off. The angle grinders are taking a long time and really messing up the aluminum, so I'm gonna try this guy here. Borrowed these from my dad. And I got some 120 grit right there, along with this palm sander and a bunch of different grit sandpaper to see what works the best. So you can see I started cleaning it up back here. It's all nice and smooth. It's pretty much ready for paint. This all needs to be gone over again with the palm sander. So after trying a few different tools, I found the right one. This Bosch orbital sander with 120 grit paper on there. Man, it takes the paint off. Look how smooth and nice that makes it. I wish I would have started out with that. But I think if I hit everything else with it, it'll look like that. Alright, let's see what this looks like when I'm done. Here's a before. Alright, this orbital sander is working great. Only thing is these are not sticking. I don't think they go to it. As you can see, I've gone through a lot of them already. But look how good of a job it's doing. Nice and smooth. Compared to this side. I'm gonna have to go over this whole side again now, so it's smooth, it's not rough like that. Alright, got some more progress done on the boat today. I think it's looking pretty good. We'll start with the back. I'm gonna have to get a little wire brush so I can get inside there and get that out of there. Same goes for that one. Well, this side still looks pretty rough. I'm gonna have to probably go over this again with maybe some 120 grit. And that should smooth it out, make it look like the other side. Now I'm just gonna have to find some sawhorses since I borrowed mine out, so I can flip it over and do the bottom side. Stay tuned. Alright, so here we are working on the 1962 Mirrorcraft. Got the boat flipped over. But man, this paint, it's hard coming off. But what I have done so far. I'm working on it for probably half hour, maybe 45 minutes. And that much of it was already done. So I pretty much only did this little bit. Might have to go get some maybe 80 grit sandpaper. This is 120 I'm using. I've got some 40 too, but that seems way too gritty. So but I'll keep going with this for a while. It does come out with a nice smooth finish there. And I don't really plan on painting this bottom half, so I want this to come out nice looking. I got a long ways to go. Alright, enough talking, more work. Alright, so I decided to work on the boat again. I only have about an hour and a half, but I think I should be able to finish up this whole side. And the rest of these little spots there. I think if I get that all looking like this today, I'll be happy. Shouldn't be a problem. I haven't done anything the last few days. It's been in the mid-90s, really hot. So we've been spending a lot of time in the pool, out on the Harley, anywhere but sanding on a shiny aluminum boat. So I'll get to work and I'll show you my progress when I'm done. Alright, well, it's Tuesday, about 5:30. Just finally getting home from work. I did stop at Menards and picked up some sandable primer and some 800 grit sandpaper, wet dry sandpaper. So I'm going to go ahead and put a coat on, and then I'm going to wet sand it. Alright, this is the first coat of primer I put on yesterday. Well, actually 2 coats, but this is a self-etching primer. And now I'm doing a sandable primer. So I'm gonna shake it up really good. I definitely have some wet sanding to do. But I stretched it out with just 2 cans. Alright, so I'm back working on the boat again. Today's Thursday, October 8th. Our deer hunting season started October 1st, so I've been hunting an awful lot. But the boat's still all primered, sitting in the yard, ready to paint. We're finally going to have about 3 or 4 days of 70-degree weather, so I took the afternoon off today. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get the boat all taped up. Hopefully get a few coats on the bottom side here. And then tomorrow I have another half day of work. So I'm thinking about, I'll be able to finish the bottom and the back. I think I'm gonna have to move the boat over there a little bit though, because these leaves keep falling from that tree right there. So, but all right, let me get the boat moved over in the sun and I'll get painting. Alright, so I need somebody else to help me move the boat, so I texted my neighbor. So while I'm waiting for him, I'll go ahead and I'll start taping this off. All right, there we go. We got the boat moved. Got her over here now. So none of the leaves from that tree should be falling on it anymore. I already started taping it off right here, so let's continue. All right, I got it all done. I shouldn't get any overspray on anything else. I stopped by Menards today. Let's see what I got. Chrome, I'm gonna do the bottom in. And black, I'm gonna do the sides in. And I've got some clear to coat to do when I'm all done. So first off, I only have 3 cans of that. I hope it's enough. If not, I have to go to the other Menards and pick it up from them. But all right, so let's get started. It's a little windier than I want it to be, but I need these nice days. All right, the wind's blowing that way. I'm gonna start this way, so hopefully the overspray gets on the rest of the boat. All right, so I got the first coat of chrome on the bottom of the boat. Unfortunately, 2 of the cans that I bought of chrome only worked halfway through, and they're still half full, and it won't come out. So that one, that's empty, and this one are still half full. So I'm gonna have to head to Saginaw and go to that Menards. I called and they have 5 left in stock, so I'll go pick up the 5, and hopefully they don't charge me for 2 of them. But I think it's looking pretty good. I know it's blotchy right now, but once I get the second coat on it, it should look pretty darn good. All right, well, I'll be back. All right, I'm back. It's Friday, October 9th. I'm gonna get the second coat of chrome paint on the bottom of the boat. So this is what I'm using right here. Here's my first coat. Kind of blotchy looking right now, but once I get this second coat on, I think it's gonna look really good. And I'm not gonna wet sand the bottom of it. I'm gonna leave it as it is. It's gonna be in the water anyways, so. But when I work on the sides, I'll be painting them black. Those are gonna come out nice and smooth, hopefully like glass. All right, let's get started. All right, there we go. It only took 2 cans for that second coat, so I still have a can left. I might not need it. We're gonna see once this dries. Maybe I will hit it with a little bit of wet sandpaper if it makes it look nice and smooth. But I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what it looks like when it dries in a little bit. Well, today's Friday, October 9th, 2020. I got done painting my boat, putting a second coat of chrome on the bottom of it. All right, I got all my paint. Got 4 cans. 2 cans for 1 coat. My second coat, I have 3 cans of clear lacquer, clear coat, and I still have 1 left over of chrome, just in case I want to give it 1 more coat, but I think it's looking pretty good. So I'll go ahead and get these shaken up and start painting. I'm getting too close. Look at all the drips I've got there. I'm gonna have to wet sand that out. Yep, I'm too close, so I'm back up a little bit. As you can see, I got some drips right there. I was about 3 inches away and I should have been 6 inches away. A little bit of splatter back here. Should be able to wet sand that out. All right, now I'll let it dry. Alright, so last night I wet sanded the boat and put another coat of paint on. It was getting a little dark and I think I was rushing it a little bit because I've got lots of runs. Really bad one right there. It's not too bad. There's another one right there. Another one right here. All in all, it came out looking pretty good. I'm just gonna have to put lighter coats on so I don't have to work so hard wet sanding. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I just sprayed this and realized I didn't have the camera rolling, so I want to be really careful around the rivets. Doesn't take much to take that top layer of paint off of it. I still have 2 more coats I'm going to be putting on, but I want this to be as smooth as glass. I'm using 1200 grit wet sandpaper. I do have 800 grit. I could try 2 if this doesn't work, but I think it's gonna work. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the camera up so I'm not holding it, and I'll be back. All right, so after 2 coats and wet sanding twice, I'm not happy with the results. This gloss black just does not look good. So what I'm gonna do is use this truck bed coating. It's black. I'm gonna start off with the backside here. Get an idea what it's gonna look like. My son already painted his bumper. This is how it came out. I think it came out looking really good. So hopefully the boat looks like that too. Well, not bad for a first coat. Might as well keep going. All right, well, I got some wet sanding to do, so since the boat's already wet. All right, well, I'm back. So as you can see, the boat's moved again. This time I moved it across the street into my neighbor's garage. He let me use his garage for the next few days so I can finish it up. So we got a few heaters going. Got above 50 degrees in here. If you haven't seen, I'm using this truck bed coating, black. Already put 2 coats on. I had to wet sand a few drips out. So this time I'm going to put it on a little thinner. Oh, I did it again. They keep clogging up. Nope, that's not gonna work. All right, time for a clear coat. I'm gonna open up the garage door though, get a little ventilation in here. All right, I'm back. So I ran home, I got 1 can left. So try to spread this out if I have to. I have this one. This is just something I had in my cupboard if I need to, but I don't know. I don't think I will. I think this should do it. It's about 11:30 at night. I just got 2 coats of clear coat put on. I'm gonna put 1 more on, especially on the black. I'm gonna concentrate mostly on the black. Whatever I have left over, I'll spray on the chrome bottom of it, but I think it's coming out pretty good so far. Happy with my lines. My rivets look good. All right, so I'm running out of film. film. So I'm gonna set up, put one last coat on, and be done for the night. All right, let's see if this helps putting this in front of the heater for a little bit. Because the only way I can get it to come out of the can is if I shake it continuously. It's still not really coming out very good. Yeah, I'm done with this one. So the last one I have is this. It's been sitting in my garage for a while. I bet you it's gonna work perfect. But I gotta shake it up for a while and let this dry. One more coat on. Call it a night. All right, let's see how the boat and trailer's doing. Boat's looking good. We've already looked at that, but we haven't seen yet is the trailer. I've got the first coat on. Yes, I think this came out real nice. And go ahead and put on a second coat. Yeah, there we go. I painted it 2 days ago. It's still a little tacky, but that's all right. It's just a trailer. I'm gonna put another thin coat on right now and let it sit for a few days. Make sure it's real dry before I put the boat on it. So, all right, well, I'm gonna try to warm up this garage a little bit. See what kind of heaters I've got. All right, well, back to working on the boat. It's, everything's dry. Trailer's done. Today we're gonna pull the boat out of the garage, flip the boat back on it, and bring it home. I can start working on the inside. And the wiring. I'm gonna have to redo the wiring on the trailer, but I think it came out looking pretty good. Okay, especially compared to what it looked like before. And there's the boat. That's gonna look great on the water. I can't wait. See what this paint job looks like in the sun. We'll find out when I get back. Adrian's coming outside after he gets done eating lunch to help me out, so in the meantime, I'm gonna put some of these towels on the bumpers here and on the rollers because I don't want that paint to come off on my nice chrome paint job. So, all right, stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Sure. Buy a TV.
Yeah. Rolling.
Get my ass cracked.
I'll edit it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No. Lit?
Yep.
I don't know where it goes.
Oh, okay.
Between them?
Yep, got it. Is it on that roller?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. You know how to fix them.
All right, so I got the boat home. She came out looking good. Finally get to see it in the sunlight. Nice clean paint job. I love this truck bed liner. Now I'll start working on the inside. You can see I've got some. I'm gonna rip this right off. Replace the seats with teak wood. I'm gonna reinforce the transom with the same teak wood. paint the whole inside with another kind of truck bed liner paint, but I think I'll use the same color, like a tan, light gray maybe. So all right, the outside is done. Stay tuned for the inside. All right, so today's Saturday, November 7th. Beautiful day out. It's probably 72, 73 degrees today. So I did a little bit of everything. I also, as you can see, I got started here. I took all the bolts out of all the seats. There's a bolt on each side, and I started knocking this one out. As you can see, I almost got it done. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take all these seats out of the boat so I can just get right down to it and paint everything. So, all right, let's go ahead and pull these seats out. Like I said, I already got started with this one. All right, this middle one here, I also got it a little bit out. And this one should slide out, no problem. Yeah, there we go. Right, there we have it. Nice clean boat. I think what I'm going to do now is hook up the power washer, power wash the whole thing, maybe hit this with some sandpaper and just paint it. Once I'm done painting it, I can refinish the seats and put those back in, and the boat's done. All right, what I'm doing now is getting ready to paint the inside of the boat. What I've decided to use is this oil-based paint here. It's a gloss sand color. I'm going to add about 3/4 of this box to it, and that's going to give it that grit that I want. So I already started it. You can see I already mixed about half of the box in there. I'm going to stir that up real good, but you can see what it's going to look like. I think that'll look really good. So I'm just going to add a little bit more grit to it to hide some more scratches and give us a little bit of grip when we get in the boat. All right, so. All right, you can see where I'm at. I think I'm going to have just enough paint if I spread it thin. I'm almost done. I have just enough paint. I'm actually probably going to have a little bit left over. I can go around and touch up a few spots. Not much though. It was like just perfect, just enough. Well, I started working on the boat again today. Like I said before, I didn't like the color of the inside. So I'm just going to do it the same color as the bottom. I think that'll look pretty good. So I already got started. I only got a little bit of paint left, so let's see how far it'll go. Alright, well, I guess that's what it'll look like. I like it. I think that's gonna look good. Now off to the store to pick up probably 8 more cans so I can do the whole boat. Then we can put in the seats, get the motor put on, take her out for a spin. boat done on the outside, painted on the inside. My dad finished up my seats for me. Just them black and white for now. Let's see if I can get these back in here as easy as they came out. Without two people, looks like I'll just be going back and forth. Line up holes a little better once I get the third seat in, and the nuts and bolts. Alright, well I just ran to the store and I picked up some new rope. So I already put it on here, tied it up. That's all done. It's all nice and tight. I had some leftover rope, so I decided to put that on there. That's what it came with. And tie a new knot. I'm going to use that for an anchor. I also picked up some numbers and letters, so I can put my numbers and letters down my side right here on both sides. You can see I've got my fish finder hooked up. I plug in. The transducer. All right, we're getting down to the final touches here. All right, well the boat's pretty much finished. I've got everything done except the seats mounted. So today I got my seat mounts in. Let's check these out. Yeah, I'll be able to mount my seats right on them. There they are. So let's see what it all comes with. I'm not sure if the bolts are in there to bolt it together, if I'm going to have to get some. So let's open her up and find out. Alright, it looks like it comes with the mount, and that's it. So I'm just going to have to find myself 8 bolts and lock nuts to put on there, and then I'll mount them into the boat. Alright, I mounted my seats. Looks like they're on there nice and tight. I staggered them because I want to have this back one on the side so I can still reach them. So there they are. And just like that, the boat is finished. The only really thing I have to do now is I bought some clear coat to clear coat over top of this. I'll go ahead and spray that on right now. Alright, for clear coat I'm going to try this. We'll see if that covers it to where I can't peel it off anymore. I'm probably going to have to put a few coats on. All right, welcome back. Well, it is 4 years later. Yes, that's right. That video you've been watching was from 2020. Now it's 2024. Let's see how the boat's looking. As you can see, I got my new stickers on it. As you can A lot of that clear coat has fallen off. That wasn't very good. You can see it's starting to yellow a little bit right there. But the inside, seats still look good. Could use a power washing. You're probably wondering why I made a video 4 years later. Well, the reason is I noticed that the video that I did make right when I got my boat done was getting a lot of views. So I went back to watch it again, and there's no sound. I don't know what happened, but there's sound for the first 2 minutes, and then the whole rest of the video, there's no sound whatsoever. So you can see it starting to fade from the sun. Probably time to hit it with another can of paint one day. But yeah, so I decided to go through all my videos and find all my videos of me redoing the boat and remake the video with sound this time. So that's why I did what I did. But that's what the boat looks like now. As you can see, I don't have that 6 horsepower on there no more. I now have a 15 horse Johnson. This is a nice motor right here. This thing gets this boat up and going. So, but all right, I wanted to finish my video somehow and let you know how the boat was doing. So thanks for watching. Make sure you give this video a like, hit that subscribe button, and check out some of my other videos that I made. All right, thanks.